had clients where I'm asking them repeatedly, have you changed your medication? I'm doing the exact thing I've been doing to your hair when it was growing. Now it's not growing. What are you not doing?
Different.
Because I'll tell somebody in a heartbeat, I cannot beat genetics and I cannot beat medication. There's nothing that I'm going to, and I cannot beat your diet. So if you ain't drunk water in 3 months and then you're coming to me to tell me you need to hydrate your hair, all this product that I'm doing means your hair is going to feel great for today.
Temporary. It's a temporary
for today.
fix.
Your hair is going to feel great for today. And then when I see you again, it's not going to feel great.
Long term,
right?
Absolutely.
And so some people lie. I've had people lie. I've had a client where, you know, she was taking a whole bunch of medication and I was just like, ma'am, there's something going on with your hair. And then I later found out what was going on. But I'm like, your hair is telling me what's going on.
I see something. It's coming up on the horizon. Oh, let me clear my head and get rid of the distractions. Oh,
you guys, everybody ready? And a 1 and a 2 and wait, 1, 2, 3. Oh, ooh, my hair is over here.
Yeah, because you're doing all this flipping.
Girl.
Well, first of all,
Amalfi Coast.
So what I am going to say is this, and I was not going to bring it up, but I'm feeling some type of way at this point of the game. I have changed my hair a couple times.
Oh my gosh.
These last couple of episodes, and nobody's said anything.
That is not true. We've been like, oh, girl, your hair looks cute. What you talking about?
I know, but I just feel like, is it because I ain't got locks or what? I'm just kidding.
Oh, you think you got lock haters? The hate?
No lock hate. First of all, there's no lock hate because I gave our photographer the best man bun that he's ever had in his life. And then
he better post it immediately.
Thank you.
Oh.
She
disrespectful.
She did it. Like I walked off of the plane and I got one.
Well, I mean, I only had 5 seconds to do his man bun.
But she threw that man bun up so quick.
Thank you, Stephanie.
Okay, I saw that, girl. I gave her all my love.
Understands, like, I tried with that man bun. I went in and I gave it all my all, and this is what I get in return. But that's okay. That's for another episode, everybody. How are you doing? Okay,
Hello.
you guys are doing good. First of all, thank you guys, number one, for all the love and support.
Yay.
Like, we could have never imagined that we would have had so many people who would just want to listen to us talk about stuff.
Everything.
Yeah. So we appreciate you guys. And with that being said, those of you who are new, who haven't seen us before, please make sure that you subscribe. You make sure you turn your notifications on so that you, whenever something drops, you're the first one to comment.
Come through.
And that you like and that you follow and just communicate with us. Like, we're trying to build this community, and any feedback that you guys give us, we would gladly appreciate. Okay, ladies, how are you? Because I did my little emotional Levo ramble.
You feeling real emo today, girl?
I'm feeling real emotional. Because I did the little, do you see that?
Yes, I love it. It's good
a little
shit.
bump
Change it up for the people. Okay.
Last episodes I had some curly hair. You know, nobody say nothing.
That's not
But I
true.
love y'all.
True.
I love y'all. I'm just kidding. I love you guys. I'm just kidding, guys. It's all love over here. We're loving it. Everybody, what's up?
Nothing much. Right here.
First of all, Crystal is not a drinker, so this is a lot for her right now, everyone. I just want you guys to know.
It is. Let me tell you, our bartender is trying to get us.
My eyes open.
Right. But I think it's bringing out the best in us, no?
Okay.
Maybe
now
yes and maybe
no. They're going to be like, them girls is giggle pussies over there. They're just giggling out the goddamn.
What did you say, giggle puss?
I'm such an old lady. Oh my God.
Who said that anymore?
Wait, leave a comment below if you've ever heard of giggle puss. This is my first time hearing giggle puss.
I'm such an old lady, y'all.
Giggle
It's
puss
so
what?
weird.
That's hilarious. I love it. That is too funny.
I'm sorry.
So you guys, listen. I feel like every time we come onto the show, we're always trying to make sure that we are cute and that we are well dressed and that we're put together. Ladies, tell me, like, as far as fashion is concerned, like, what is the one little fashion item that, like, if you leave the house without it, like, or you just can't leave the house without, like, you feel just crazy? What's the thing that you feel like you gotta have?
For me, nothing. I'm a gangster.
Ooh,
I roll out to the bed, get myself ready.
Did she just say thug life?
I live the thug life.
She thugging it.
Most of the times I only have that's the only thing I really don't leave my house without is my second earring and my mom's necklace that I always wear.
Mm-hmm.
Other than that, I don't have to put anything on.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, you already mentioned earrings, but mine is like hardcore earrings. Like, I feel naked without earrings. Like, because for a long time I didn't do necklaces because I always used to feel like it made me feel like I was choking. And I'm not, because of what we do, I rarely wear rings or anything. Mm-hmm. So it's like, I have to have on my watch, but most likely it's my earrings. Because if I see myself without earrings, I hear Evelyn. I can hear her. Evelyn be like, so you walking out the house with no earrings on? What you think? What's going on? You don't look put together. And that's like the start of it for her. It's like, she's not a huge makeup person. She never was when I was a kid. She just felt like a woman should always have a nice pair of earrings, a nice watch on, all that other stuff. Those are things. So if I don't have on earrings and I look at myself in the mirror, I'll be like, what happened to your earrings?
Yeah.
You're naked.
Okay, well, I definitely hear that. Well, I mean, for me, I, again, grew up, little Haitian girl, very conservative, and my parents are very, extremely religious as well, so we didn't grow up wearing jewelry. Okay, so I didn't even, not wearing jewelry is not a thing for me. What is a thing for me is my brows. I need my brows in my life. So I feel like my brows gotta be done, y'all. I mean, can anybody else relate? Like, if I leave the house and my brows aren't done, I just kind of feel like, crazy. What happened? Brows, lip gloss. That's it. I'm good. I got my brows on. I got my lip gloss on. If I end up having to do multiple stops, I'm okay. I'm good. My brows are on, my lip. And so what I ended up doing was, what I done did was, I just made the brows permanent.
Yeah.
So they're locked in.
We're about to talk about that, permanent stuff.
Yeah, and I was trying to convince her to do it.
Like, no, I'm scared.
And I will tell you guys, it's one of the best investments I've ever made. My brow tech who did my brows, she's phenomenal. She did an amazing job. Maybe we'll get link her in the bio. She is also a Black business owner, so we'll shout her out in the bio. But she did an amazing job, and I think they're like an ombre, which I think you have to kind of fill in every few years or so. But when I'm telling you guys, it takes so much less time to get ready in the morning and just feel like, okay, I look half decent walking outside or going to the Publix or wherever. Because, you know what I'm saying, mama want to stay cute. You just never know.
Exactly.
You never know when Idris might, never mind, no, Idris is married.
We're trying to not be sister wives here, okay? We're trying not to be. Well, okay. But brows frame your face.
Yeah.
And it's so funny. Whenever we go out and, we're dancing and stuff, I'll be like, Angelina, my eyebrows. And she's always like, oh, I don't have to worry about mine.
Like when they melt off,
you guys
you lose the side of it.
It's so funny because you guys, we went to Tulum and everybody was like, can you do my brows? I was like, I have no brow pencils.
Yeah,
sorry.
we were like,
what? No, my brows were good. I was always ready to go. So listen, if it's something that you've been thinking about doing that you didn't want to fully pull the trigger, do your research. Go into our link down below. You'll see who I used. If you like my brows, she's phenomenal. And maybe that might be something you want to look into if you're not someone who wants to, is very big into jewelry or needs a particular thing.
Yeah.
And you just kind of want to just accentuate whatever you're
Now, do you still have to go and get them waxed or whatever? Or
I do not wax my brows. I do not do anything, you guys. I literally wake up in the morning and I go, I don't think I've gotten a wax in years.
I'm jelly.
Yeah, in years.
I would think you would still have to around them up.
First of all, for me, I was never someone who had super full brows to begin with.
Okay, got you.
And I think the way she created it, she kind of does it based off of how your brows already are.
Gotcha.
So wherever they grow in, it's kind of like it just makes it look even more natural and fuller. And I'm not really too. So I like a messy brow. I'll be honest with you. I don't really like the super Nike check mark. Situation. So I don't mind if it looks a little bit, undone. I'm okay with it.
Yeah. I think whatever you see here is her
what
amazing
she did
work.
For me is working for me. I love it.
Okay.
You guys,
thank you very much.
When we shoot the podcast, I do the ladies' makeup, but I'm just trying to do a thing, y'all. So,
I'm just gonna be
good.
I'm the brow killer.
They're naturally gorgeous. They're naturally beautiful. I literally I don't have to do much. You guys are naturally cute.
Thank you.
I don't have to do much. But anyways, ladies, I mean, I guess we kind of have our things. Like you have your mom's necklace, which we love your mom so much.
Yes.
We think about her all the time. I know she's so proud of you.
Yes.
And your beautiful earrings that you always wear, Sasha. Mama said.
Mama said.
And we gotta always listen to mama. I want to tell you one thing. When you respect your mama, no matter how old you are, you're gonna be like, wait, did she just say something to me in spirit?
In spirit.
I can't do this. It's your conscience hitting you. Like, I am not gonna leave the house without these earrings. And you know, for me, it's the brows, y'all. So that's good to know, ladies. Today's episode. Can I take a deep breath?
Yeah. Come on.
Today's episode is gonna be one. I think it's relatable to us all,
right?
But more so to you guys, because I think as far as the services we provide are a little bit different, where I'm more into extensions and all that, and you guys are really into the Naturale. Naturale. Ladies, doing and being a black woman, doing black women's hair has been rewarding, but has also been challenging and stressful. Let's be honest. I think this is going to be a little part of us that maybe some people we can unpeel the layers when it comes to our business and the services that we provide for our beautiful melanin sisters.
Yeah.
But it can be a little bit challenging trying to navigate the reality of what you have and the experience that you want and your expectations and what you're seeing on social media and YouTube University that so many people love. There's a lot you can learn, but ultimately, ladies, the natural hair community is a tough avenue. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful one. But it's tough. Talk to me about how you guys have been navigating being natural, because you guys are natural hair stylists. Like, that's what you do. You know what I mean? Talk to us how you've been navigating that.
Navigating that. Ooh. Okay, so I think when we talked about our natural hair journey a couple of episodes ago, I went natural in 2000. So I jumped into the whole natural hair journey when it wasn't a thing on the YouTube. It wasn't the social media thing. It was just like, oh, you got natural hair, you're trying everything known to mankind. But now it's like, it's so much product. Like when I became natural, all I had was Jerry curl products. You know what I'm saying? Like that was that jelly, wet your hair type products. That's all you had. But now you go to, you competing between Sally's and
everywhere.
Target, the black hair. It's just like, it's so much product. So we have clients that come in who have watched YouTube University and they want to tell you about this, that, and the third. And because somebody told them, it's very overwhelming at times. And I told somebody that one time, I was telling them, I was like, I don't know every product. Most of the products that we use in the salon are professional brand products because I've lived in that world where I had an arsenal. That's what I called it, an arsenal of products that really are just destroying your hair. You know what I'm saying? That's full of preservatives, that's full of just, most of them is full of just nothing. But, fillers and things of that nature, even though they might say shea butter and all these other fancy things that you like to hear, but it's full of stuff and you have to realize what works for your hair or not. And I can go on a tangent, so please at any time stop me. But it's just like, it has been overwhelming because people ask you about product and you be like, well, what is this now? I remember when it was only one daughter. Now we got an uncle, a sister, a mama, and a cousin. What is it? Who? We got everybody. I remember like being so into natural hair back then. I remember when it was like a thing that I got to go to the original Carol's Daughter store in New York. Like it was I had made it to Mecca kind of situation, you know what I'm saying? As a natural hair person, but it was just like now it's not even that it's so many products, it's so many people with opinions out there. And it's like, at first it's amazing, but now I'm having to tell clients how to navigate through all of that. The YouTube universe. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, you come to YouTube. Like I tell clients now, like, if that person's hair doesn't look like yours, stop listening to them. Stop listening to them. You are talking to someone whose hair type is nothing like yours.
Right.
So, and we could talk about hair types too.
Oh, yeah.
But it's just like, if her hair isn't like yours, this is pointless in whatever advice that she's giving you, because you're not going to have that experience.
Right.
So, like, I'm not going to name any person, but there was this young lady who was really, really big, and people, all kinds of people would come in and be like, oh, she did this with her hair. She's trying this product. And I'm looking at them and I'm like, your hair don't look like this. You don't have her texture. You don't have her length. You don't know what her porosity is. You don't know how often she's really washing her hair versus what she's telling you.
Right.
Right? And then for me, I'm sorry, if someone's telling you they have tried 20 different products and all of them are great, they are lying to you.
Absolutely.
I'm sorry, y'all. I could really take over this conversation, so I'm gonna try not to. I promise you, I'll try not to, because I have so much to say in reference to it. But it's just like, I mean, when y'all have clients that come in, whether you're doing silk press and extensions, or you're dealing with people who are now going into the lock game, you know, like, you can see what their hair looks like based on just like the years of whatever they've been doing.
Right. Yeah. And for me, like, because I do a lot of locks, a lot of people come in, and what I always tell them to do is look at pictures, look at the size, and then I have to have a consultation with you before I book your service, because I need to see the density, the porosity, all of these things of your hair, so that I could see if the look that you're going for is attainable for you. And a lot of times, sometimes I'll tell them, you know, just cover the person's face also, just so you could see the hair itself, because, you know, some of these women, we're all beautiful, of course, but there are some women who are just so attractive. When you're looking at their picture and the hairstyle, I think a lot of times you're looking at everything and not just the hair. So a lot of times I tell them, you know, just cover the person's face and pay attention to the hair itself.
Very
because
true.
that
very
should
good.
be.
That's a good idea. I never thought of that.
That should be your focus. So if you're showing me a picture, a lot of times I get, oh, I want my hair to look like yours. And I have to stop them really quickly and say, your hair is not going to look like mine, because we don't have the same texture. My hair is really thick. I have a lot of locks on my head, and I would never recommend for someone to get this many locks. It's a lot of hair. And, you know, sometimes their hair is thin, so, you know, I have to explain to them that over the life of your locks, if I do them too small, they're going to break. They're going to have wear and tear. So if we're thinking of the longevity of this style that you're going to be choosing, I have to factor in a lot of things. So I'll show them, like, the front of my hair is bigger than the rest of my hair, because our hairline thins faster than the rest of her hair. It's softer than the rest of her hair. So of course I have to make the parts bigger so that the locks will, you know, last you long. So, you know, it's tough to have all these conversations because there's so much going on in the natural hair community. Yes. But we have to have these honest conversations with them, especially when they're making long-term decisions for their hair.
Absolutely, absolutely. You know, I don't ever tell anybody that I am a natural hair stylist, but I can provide natural hair care. The reason why I try to differentiate the two is because this community, it's almost, I want to be honest with you guys, the type of stylist that I am, I almost feel a little bullied sometimes. Like, almost like, oh, if I'm doing a silk press for someone, or if I'm doing extensions for somebody, then, oh, they're no longer considered natural, and they're totally opposed to, or accepting of who they are. Guys, we are individuals, okay? And I like to tell my natural clients this. You have the right to do whatever you choose to do with your hair that's on top of your head, as long as you're taking care of it.
Amen.
So in whatever capacity that is, if that's what you feel comfortable doing, if you feel like Angel for half of the year, I want to do protective styles, but I'll take it out every 4 to 6 weeks to do my wash, my treatments, get my regular trims, I'm here for it. I'm not one of those stylists who says, oh, you're natural, so you can have your hair put away for 6 months and not do a thing to it. I don't believe in that.
Oh, let's not even talk about that.
I do not believe in that. I still believe in maintenance. The same way your maintenance light comes on in your car and tell you need an oil change, or else it's the same way your hair is telling you as it's growing in order for me to retain a particular length, because it's not that your hair isn't growing. you're unable to retain a particular length, and that's because you're not caring for your hair properly like you should be, ladies. I mean, you guys know about this as well. So, and I think, like you were saying, Sasha, a lot of times people, and Crystal, which was such a great tidbit that you just gave, like a lot of times people are looking at someone, they're beautiful, they're extremely attractive, and you see this beautiful curly hair, and you're like, oh, I want my hair to that. First of all, that's years in the making. That does not happen overnight, you guys. You know, like the average person's hair goes like about half an inch to an inch a month. Yeah. So, and that's with, again, proper maintenance, proper care. You know, making sure that you're healthy on the inside and you're taking care of your hair on the outside. So outside of those elements, there's genetics involved. You know, there's so many things. We could even go into that in a whole nother episode. But so for me, I say I do natural hair care. I'm not natural hair styling, because when it comes to these products, when y'all bring them to me, your girl can't relate. I don't understand it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I get it. We are all trying to make money. We're all trying to figure out different avenues to make money. But if I don't feel like this is something that's going to be beneficial to you, just because it's trendy, just because it's the thing that is popular right now, I'm not going to tell you to use it, guys. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't care how many commercials there are. I don't care how many shelves they're on. If I personally feel like either I've tried it or a client has tried it or several people have tried it and it hasn't created a result, I'm just not. And again, like Sasha said, we're accustomed to using professional products. And I'm kind of like, I'm a little old school in the sense, like, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. There's certain products that my mama's been using, you know, from back when she was doing hair, that I still love, and my clients still love, and I still see results from. So I'm kind of like, not like this. Every now and again, just because of the way the industry is, you are going to explore new things here and there, but I'm not going to buy everything off the shelf. And I'm not going to do it just because it's trendy.
And you brought up so many good points. It's just like, we go to hair shows. So of course I'm finding out about what's new, but I'm finding out what's new from a professional standpoint, but trying to keep up with every single product. And now, thank God, you know, it's been democratized in the fact that, you know, anybody's cousin can be like, I want to start a product line. And people will try it, and God bless them. And I hope that they are very successful. But I also hope you're really making a product for the sole purpose of caring for someone's hair, not because, this gonna make money. I heard that if you sell these drops,
it's trending.
Because I saw somebody with some oils, and the first oil on the list was mineral oil, and I was just like, well, this ain't. I was like, well, you just everything else is a filler from there. You just made mineral oil. Anybody can go buy mineral oil from anywhere. You didn't make anything new, but now you got all of these other keywords that make it sound, you know, they got the grape seed, I got the argan,
0.5%.
Right, and 95% of the product is mineral oil, and everything else ain't nothing but a drop. That product is not gonna do what you think it's gonna do. But you know, we have faith in it. It's got good advertising. It's got it's got all the push behind it, but it doesn't have the promise that it's gonna care for people's hair. And so, as someone who has always cared for my clients' hair and have been accused gratefully of having growing hands, it always matters to me about the products that I'm using in people's hair. So I am slow to try something brand new. I am. You know what I'm saying? Like, and so just to kind of turn the conversation a little bit, maybe 2 or 3 years ago, it was during the pandemic. I brought it up to Crystal that there was an argument basically between the YouTube universe and hairstylists, right? And there is this brand called Cut It Kinky, and they teach people how to do like the wash and go and then like cut from there. Beautiful stylists. They're out of the Midwest somewhere, and I give them props for taking the time out to create a brand for themselves, and they are professional hairstylists. And the lady had a live, and she was just talking about how she's being attacked in a sense by the natural hair community, because the natural hair community is full of people who are not even semi-professionals, are unprofessional. Because if the only head you have done is your own, how are you going to tell me when I have done over 250 heads in a year? Easily. That's including my regular
different textures.
All kinds of different textures. And now I got to deal with somebody who the only head you ever touched is yours. And you gonna tell me what I should be doing with somebody else.
And if I don't do this or use this and do it that way, then I'm wrong.
Right. And I'm just like, wait a minute. You need to go look at that girl and then look at her lineage. Mm-hmm. If her lineage ain't looking like yours, then you will not be having that same.
You won't be able to achieve what she has.
Right. Yes, and so they were having kind of a debate between between her and then that whole university or universe of YouTube. And they were just like, well, where have you been? Where have you been? And she was like, I've been in a salon.
Yeah.
I've been working. Right? You as and I find that most of them are like college students or, married women who are stay-at-home moms or whatever. And they have the time to go on YouTube and tell you all the stuff that they've been doing in their hair. And now we have to, in a way to compete, have to make the time to do it. Right. But I'm doing somebody's hair. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm tested and tried. I am not new to this. I am true to this, right? So I've been true to this since 2000. I've been true to this. I've been playing around in my hair, since 2000. And then after playing around in my hair, I was actually going to school and learning about density, about texture, about porosity. All of that stuff to me was like when they start talking about stuff like good hair. Oh, people shouldn't use terms like good hair. The only good hair is healthy hair.
Yes, ma'am.
Right?
Yes,
if you want healthy hair, it's whatever you do consistently. Yes. If you find good products and you consistently use it, you will see a good outcome.
Absolutely.
Right? That is what good hair is to me. Yes. Right? I don't know what it means to y'all. I'm putting that out there for y'all.
We absolutely agree with you. I always tell somebody when somebody says to me, oh, I like this girl, or this girl got nice hair, this girl got good hair. I'm like, what is good hair? What is nice hair? What is good hair? Because from my understanding, the only thing that's good is when it's healthy. When it's flourishing, when it's growing, when you're seeing results. Right. And ladies, that's in any aspect of life. Okay? Right. So for me, I totally agree with you, Sasha. It is extremely hard to compete with the YouTube University, and that's why again I say I do natural hair care, because I feel like when you put stylists behind it, people are automatically assuming this experience or this thing or this look or this vision that, like you said, if you look at your lineage, if you look at your mom, your whoever, because I always say like, I'll give you an example. Even clients, I say they have a receding hairline. And I say, well, how's your dad's hairline? How's your grandmother? How's your grandfather? They're those things matter. So now what we need to do is, we're not so much going to focus on what we can't control, but what we can. Making sure we're doing hairstyles that is limiting so much pressure around or tension around the hairline, or making sure that whatever we have that we're working with, we're maintaining it, because we know as you age, it's inevitable. You know what I'm saying? I like to be very honest with my clients and not put them into this fantasy of, yes, if you use this, tomorrow you will wake up with a head full of hair.
And
I don't want to lie to you. It's just not the reality, and there's just so much more that takes place. I'm sorry, especially as being a woman, like stress, hormonal changes, children, health issues, so much more that takes place. And what you see here on top of my head, it's not just based on me watching a video or me going to a stylist once or twice a year. It requires consistency. And what I always tell my clients is this: the more you come to me, the more we'll be able to tackle whatever it is that you're going through. And we'll figure it out together.
It's bigger than us. Even though we are professionals, there's a professional above us who can help you, a dermatologist. And it's so funny, so many times we can see, sometimes they can't see what's going on in their hair. So it's up to us, it is our job. If we see thinning, if we see the hair is coming out, we have to be honest with our clients and let them know, okay, this isn't working. Have you been taking any new medication? Are you stressed out? We have to ask these important questions because they matter. And sometimes there's nothing else that we can do. Yeah. And you need to go and see a doctor. It could be internal.
Yeah, absolutely.
So.
And when doctors, they're trying to save your life. I'll put that. We're not going to have that conversation about the whole medical industry. But it's just like, they don't care about your hair, you losing your hair. So they're not going to tell you your diabetes medication might be or the steroids you're taking.
Something else.
Or, because I have seen it in someone's hair, right?
Yep,
we know it's happening, and I have had clients where I'm asking them repeatedly, have you changed your medication? I'm doing the exact thing I've been doing to your hair when it was growing. Now it's not growing. What are you not doing?
Different.
Because I'll tell somebody in a heartbeat, I cannot beat genetics, and I cannot beat medication. There's nothing that I'm gonna, and I cannot beat your diet. So if you ain't drunk water in 3 months, and then you're coming to me to tell me you need to hydrate your hair, all this product that I'm doing means your hair is going to feel great for today.
Temporary. It's a temporary
for today. Your hair is going to feel great for today. And then when I see you again, it's not going to feel great. Right?
Absolutely.
And so some people lie. I've had people lie. I've had a client where, she was taking a whole bunch of medication, and I was just like, ma'am, there's something going on with your hair. And then I later found out what was going on. But I'm like, your hair is telling me what's going on. But you know the reason why I know that? It's because I'm touching 250 plus heads in a day. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to bring that back up. I ain't shots fired. Right? That's how I know that. Right? Because how many times have I had people walk up into the salon who have not seen a hairstylist in years and proudly say it because they're following behind YouTube University. I haven't gotten my hair cut.
Oh, I haven't gotten a trim. But the split ends is running all the way up. Like, if I can see through your hair, you need to get a trim.
Right.
And it's mind blowing to me. Oh, I haven't gotten a trim for 3 years. Why haven't you gotten a trim for 3 years?
Ladies.
Oh, because, if I cut my hair, I'm not natural anymore. What?
Yeah, when I heard that, the first time I ever heard that, I was just like, what?
Oh, where's the color on my hair? I'm not natural anymore.
Because again, okay, so this brings me to what I wanted to talk to you guys about. And
what?
You guys, I'm gonna stir the pot a little here.
Okay.
They're gonna come for me. But somebody please explain to me the 3s, A's, B's, C's, and the Z's of it all. Because when I was in cosmetology school, we learned about textures and the difference of textures and the products and things to use. But I wasn't learning these letters and numbers. Yeah, what's going on?
Well, from my understanding, who's credited for it is like Oprah Winfrey's hairstylist, who I'm certain has touched a lot of heads in his life, but the number one head he was touching was Oprah, right? So, and what he was doing with Oprah's hair, I was like, okay, Oprah's hair is amazing. It's fantastic and awesome. But if you're not in the natural hair community, I'm going to be on both sides right now, so somebody's going to talk about me being on both sides, then are you touching enough of all those hair textures to really say that what you're saying is a true description of it? You know what I'm saying? Like, we went from straight and wavy and curly and kinky and coily and kinky, and now we're using these numbers that to me can be very ambiguous. Because you know how many people walk in there and be like, oh, my hair is 4C.
Yeah, and they're adamant. And I guess that's the concern to me, is when you're walking into a professional space and you're telling your professional that this is my texture. So because this is my texture, these are the products you're supposed to use. And I'm like, okay, then why did you come to me? I mean, what can I do for you? Because if you're very adamant about that, there's only so much I can do. And anything outside of what I do, or even if I try to expose you to something new, I mean, I don't know. How's that going to create a relationship for us long term? Where's the level of trust here when you're coming into my space and you're already telling me what I need to be giving you? So, and again, that's because of the social media, the YouTubes and all that stuff that's telling people, again, I get it. I understand. Everybody got to do what works for them. But you're watching someone who says, yeah, if you use this every day, you use this drop every day, all of your hair will go back in less than 30 days. They're showing you 2 pictures of a before and after. I can't see the person's face. I don't know who's who, but it's advertised so much and you're seeing it so much that you believe it. And you guys have to have discernment, right? You guys have to really know what you're looking at and then do the background work. And then if something doesn't work for you, let it go.
Right.
And let it go, guys.
Try new things.
It's okay, but if it doesn't work, let it go. Ultimately, as stylists, you have to trust that when you come to me, I want what's best for you. Again, we're building a relationship here. It doesn't do me any good if I give you a product because it's popular and it does nothing for your hair. And that's another thing I wanted to talk about. I know you guys, we could go down a rabbit hole here.
Yes, we could.
The amount of product usage.
Dimes
versus a quarter. Like, oh yeah, all you need is dime size. You just rub it through your hands and you massage it through it. And I'm just looking like, okay.
But then you have the opposite on the natural hair market. It's
Go
like,
in.
put all of it.
Breathe. Yeah.
You read a jar and it says, put a generous amount. It's called spend all your money on this product. Anytime you see a generous amount, most products should emulsify in your hands. You use a good product, you're going to see it grow in your hands. You're going to see it feel sticky in your hands. If you got to put that much of a product in your hands, a $36 jar, excuse me, okay, I was just like, I've heard clients come and complain about it, and they're like, the jar was $36. You done spent $36 and you use it 3 times? Ooh. That means $13 per time.
Every time you use it.
Right?
And you're right back at Target.
Right. And I'm like, hey, I can't be mad at the game, but it's like, is it really healthy? I just recently had a client where I had to tell her to stop using the product. Like the first time she told me what she was using, I was like, your hair? And I had been doing her hair for years, and she kept saying, and I was like, what are you using? She was like, oh, well, I love it. It's a very popular product. And I was like, your hair ain't the same. It's thin in here. This is happening. And she was like, no, but it's great. It makes my hair curly. And I was like, maybe. And at first I thought it was our color. And I was like, maybe we're having an issue with color. But then I hadn't seen her in a while because of the pandemic. And I was like, no, the new hair feeling,
something else.
It's not right. And I told her, just stop using this product. And the next time I saw her, she was still using it. And I was like, please, I'm begging you, stop using this product.
But that's kind of the game, right? For the community to brainwash them. To let them believe that this is the only product.
Crystal, you're using some trigger words, girl. Trigger words. You said brainwash.
So here I am as a professional stylist. Listen, we just have to speak our truths today.
Right. Okay.
And the natural hair community, it's a lot. It's a lot. But for me, if I'm telling you as you're a professional that this is not working for you, it's interesting to me that you prefer to listen to everything else, all the noise that's surrounding the product.
Yeah.
If you are feeling your hair and you can feel a difference, and I'm feeling your hair and I'm feeling the difference, and I'm telling you, please stop using it. Why is it so hard for them to stop using it?
It was maybe the 3rd time I ended up talking to her about it. I was just like, this is not working for your hair. And I had to point out multiple, this is the sweetest client. I mean, just the most unbelievable client or whatever. And part of it was because of the pandemic, she had to kind of lean on making sure, because she couldn't come into the salon as much as she, and I think I was fending off the inevitable because she was using the product and coming to us. So we were using our products and then that. Right. So it was like we weren't seeing it, even though I felt like her hair. But then when I didn't see her for a long time, it was like, no, this ain't working.
Yeah,
when I tell you she went back to old school products, she went back to hair mayonnaise, pink oil moisturizer. And I said, this is a shame when pink oil moisturizer is better than most of these products that you over here collecting.
Girl.
Pink oil moisturizer was called the devil at one point. You know what I'm saying? But when you got pink oil,
stirring the pot, honey, right? With that pink oil, you brought that out.
She told me she went and got some regular old hair mayonnaise and some pink oil moisturizer. She came back to the salon and her hair felt amazing. And I said, that is sad because I remember us throwing pink oil moisturizer in the trash. It's still not a good product, but it might be better than what most of y'all are using out here because most of these products are filled with nothing but preservatives and fillers, and they just rename them. And it's just like any product that's able to sit on the shelf that long, you got to ask your question, especially when you're talking about in mass. Right? We're not, if it's in a big box store, you got to ask the question. How long is this product really made to last? Like, if it's made to last for 5 years, you gotta, how much preservative is in that product? So you really just coating your hair with preservative. You are preserving your hair. But if your hair is not healthy, you're preserving nothing. So what is, like, it's kind of that question. And so, I'm getting lost in my words, right? It's just really hard to kind of like have that conversation sometimes with certain clients when they have been, in the sense, brainwashed by it. Because, I mean, you think about it. You have people who are like, I haven't been to a hair salon in 3 years. Who's been telling her what to do with her hair for the last 3 years?
YouTube.
Who's been telling you what to do with your hair for the last 3 years?
And I get it. A lot of times, you know, they've had bad experiences with stylists, right? So there's some stylists who will tell you, oh, I'm going to give you a trim, and they're cutting your hair. That is a big difference. Like, let's be honest here.
Yeah.
You've scarred that client now. So, yes.
I understand that, but guys, let me tell you something. Just because you go to a restaurant and you have a bad time doesn't mean you cook at home for the rest of your life. You go to another, you try another restaurant. You try a different meal. Like, I think the pressure, again, with us being small business owners is that there is this amount of pressure that is put on us that is, again, not put on, to me, what I feel like other businesses, establishments. Like, you can go to, I don't want to name any restaurants, but you can go to a very fancy restaurant, have a horrible experience, but still post all the photos because it's a very fancy restaurant.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I just feel like with us, it's like, okay, we're trying to talk to you. We're trying to help you maybe explore something new or try something different with your hair. And it's like, oh, I went in there. She told me that this product that I've been using is not good, and I'm going to just keep using what I'm using, so I'm not going back there no more. And I was like, okay. I don't know what else to do at this point. It's like, I cannot force you. I can just try my best to educate you. And keep in mind, we're human too, so we don't always get it right the first time around. We are always trying to better ourselves. Right. And one thing I love about these ladies, and this is why I love doing this show with you guys, is because continuing education is important for all of us. You know, we're not just stylists who've said, okay, yeah, we're good here. We're going to stop here. And we don't want to learn nothing else. We're always open to learning, always open to growing, always open to, you know, like, oh, let me see. Oh, you trying? Oh, Crystal, tell me about this. Why do you use this now? Right. Like, what is it about? Exactly. Or whatever the case may be. So we're not people who are just sitting around and just don't care. We really love what we do, really care about what we do. And let me tell you something, if it came based off of us just selling products, we would have been millionaires.
Oh, of course.
We're millionaires already.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, if it was really just a situation of like, oh, this is trending right now, everybody's using this, X, Y, and Z, or whatever drops or whatever, yeah, I could tell you, I could sit all my clients down and tell them, like, use this drop, your hair is going to grow down to your behind. But I know darn well that's not the case.
Like, even for us, like, when we started making our products, I made it because one day I was just like, let me read the ingredients on this bottle that I put in my client's hair, and I was blown away because it was a product that I was using since I first started doing hair, and I was just like, oh no, this is not good. And before we even launched our product, we used it, tested it on all our clients for maybe 3-4 years.
Yeah, before we bottled it up.
Before we
saw the results.
Yeah.
And it's so funny because people come into the salon and they're like, yo, everybody got a whole bunch of hair. And I've been like, these are all people we've been doing
for a long time. Yeah. The growing hair things is real to me, y'all. I'm not going to lie to you. Like, I just feel like energy is transferable in so many ways.
Yeah. Yes.
Including these little hands of ours. And so education is important. All of those things are important, but that vibe, that energy that you're getting from your stylist, or the passion that you're hearing when they're telling you, so talk to me, what are you going through? What are you experiencing as far as health? I have a client who told me she's never had a stylist ask her what her health situation is, what her health history is, as far as surgeries, doctors, genetic issues, or like your family history, hypertension, diabetes, all of those things. She's like, I've never had nobody ask me this, Angel. I was like, these are important things to know because it's all going to play a role in your hair, how your hair is growing. So I, again, continue education, making sure that you are pouring into your clients and that you're really trying to find out what the core issue is. Me personally, I've gone through my own hair situations that has forced me into hair health, like in a whole nother capacity, which maybe one day I'll choose to share. I don't know yet, guys. But it really has been an experience for me where I'm like, okay, like if somebody's going through something, the first thing I'm thinking is like, well, so what happened? Did we have surgery? Did we have anesthesia? Like, because people are not understanding, like, all those things are playing a role in that, the loss in the perimeters, the crown, all of that. You know what I'm saying?
And that, I mean, wow, you're just bringing up such a good point, because you'll hear people and they'll be complaining about, and I had to learn that lesson just as a stylist. When people start complaining about other stylists, I be like, well, maybe they were, and I start giving, not excuses, because I know that there's two sides to the story. Because I've been in a situation where they're like dogging out this stylist, and then I'll be like, and then that person then turned around and ran me through the ringer, and I'm like, now you at another salon talking about me, probably doing the same thing. And it's like, no. Maybe the person was thinking this. Because, okay, let me give you an example. I had a young lady come, sweet young lady, her and her mom, and they told us that they had not come and gotten their hair cut in a super long time. And I suggested, while doing their hair, you need a haircut. Not a trim. She needed a haircut. And I said, and she was like, the last time I went to someone, they cut 4 or 5 inches out of my hair. And I said, let me show you why. And I pulled her hair out, and her hair was long, but I said, do you see how this is coming to a point? Yes. It's because you've lost all this hair in between. You see where it's thick? This is where that person probably cut your hair, and they should have had a conversation with you. Right. Which stylists have a conversation with people before you cut 4 inches off of their head, right? Right? So you pull it, and you're showing, I'm showing you, you have lost all this hair. Yes. Because you have not gotten the trim. So you have already traveling up. Right. Because, and I'm like, your hair, and you're coming here to get this type of service that she was getting. I was like, it's going to be even more apparent. You're going to lose even more hair. Yeah. You need a trim. Yeah. You need a treatment. And, and I ended up treating her hair, but they have been, I won't even say just brainwashed. They have been hurt in a previous situation, not properly communicated with, and then now their response to it is to do something extreme. And that extreme thing that they've done is not get that right, not to cut at all. Yeah. And I mean, I feel like the whole not cutting your hair thing is very Eurocentric. So the whole like, oh, I'm so natural, but I'm gonna grow my hair and only finger comb it. Why? Why are we as black women trying to keep up with Eurocentric standards? Why are we trying to keep up with the Hawaiians? Why do we feel like I'm a woman when my hair is down my back? You're a woman when your hair is no longer there, okay? Because I know women who are real women with no hair on their head. So why is it that I must have, my hair is long, that is the sign that I'm a woman? No. Womanhood is so much more than that.
I mean, what's the point of it being long headed?
Let me not even be funny with y'all. I had a lady come in the shop and she was like, yeah, my hair was probably the longest hair you've ever seen before. This was a long time ago.
It's time to go home.
Long. What? Yes, this was a long time ago. This is before we even had a salon. This lady came in there and I just was like, she had her hair, she was like, I already washed my hair, and she's like, I'm using Pantene, I'm using this, I'm using that, and you can feel the weight. Because this is before Pantene had the sips. This is before Pantene had the tan bottles.
Shout out to our bartender.
Right, before Pantene. I know, I'm the one who's gonna get in all the trouble. Right? But it was before that, and she come and her hair is so long. It's this, but it's like here is half the hair that's here. And then it's more, the thickness is half the thickness. Every 6 inches, she losing about half. So when it's here, even though it was really long.
You see right through it though.
I'm like, and in my head I was like, well, first of all, I have not only done black people's hair, I have done a girl that was Brazilian and her hair was down to here and straight across cuss, it was all thick. It was thick all the way.
It's different.
And they will tell you in a heartbeat, I get a haircut every 6 months. Yep. Hair down they back. Why? Because they take care of it. And also their hair grows at a different rate. Absolutely. They have more sebum oil. Absolutely. Like all of this other stuff that exists that's important. We're the only ones who are, I'm so black, but I'm going to try to grow my hair like long because we're trying to keep up with what beauty standard? What beauty standard are you keeping or what?
Guys, I'm so afraid. I'm so scared.
You think I'm going to get us in trouble?
I'm so
Comfort me because I've been here.
But guess what?
Oh, sorry. I'm sorry.
What? Say that again to the people.
Okay, I said comfort me because I've been here. So you will be coming to me because I've been here already.
Waiting for you.
Waiting. Okay.
No, but you guys, I love today's topic, and I know again, this is why we created this podcast. To be able to get into the nitty gritty. That's why it's called Uncut.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's the nitty gritty. It's the stuff that us as stylists, professional stylists who've been in this industry for so long, when we talk about behind closed doors, that it's frustrating. And we feel like, where does it end? You know, but we understand the way, we understand how things work and what it is. But ultimately, what's most important to us is being totally honest and transparent to everyone who sits on our chair.
Right. Sure.
You know what I mean? And individually, guys, we are dealing with you guys. You're getting a custom experience with every single person who sits in our chair. I did a young lady's hair. I'll never forget her. She's a sweet little girl, and I'm sure she knows exactly what I'm talking about. And the first time she came to do a slick work, she said, "I don't care." I was like, "Oh my God, your hair's so damn." She's like, "I don't care." She's like, and everything else, I was like, "I don't care, I don't care, I don't care." And let me tell you something. In less than 1 year, if you see this girl's hair,
beautiful.
And even she said it to me. She was like, "Angel," she's like, "when you came in and I kept telling you I don't care," she was like, "I cannot believe my hair is this long." And it's really because I was like, well, you don't care, but I care.
Right.
Yes.
You're sitting in my chair.
I care.
And I'm going to make sure that whether you come to me 1 time, 2 times, or you are a lifetime client, that you are going to get the experience that you deserve. And that I deserve too, because I like what I do.
Right.
And I like it. I want you to be happy.
Thank you. You get emotional. No more drinks, Aunties.
No more drinks.
So,
okay, water, yeah. The water is good.
We're going to have water after this, everyone. We're going to be just fine. Guys, I love that we got to talk about this. I love how open we were. And I mean, let me tell you, we could really go in.
Yes, we don't have enough time.
But Sasha said what she said. She said, "Come for her, girl. She here.
She's
waiting for y'all."
She's been here.
So when y'all leave the comments, at her.
Thank you so much.
Just at her. Oh, we got water now.
I go drink water and mind my business.
Yeah. We love it here. We love our support system. Again, thank you to everybody who watches us. Remember to like, follow, and subscribe. Thank you to our videographer.
Tell a friend.
And tell a friend, y'all, because this is where it's at. You're gonna always leave with something here. You know, when you're listening to us, we crack jokes or whatever, but our ultimate goal is always to educate and make sure that you guys are aware of what's on your head. Right. Come on now. All right. We got you. We here.
Come for me, because I'm already here. Nunchucks ready.
I'm at her, and Sasha does ever care, because I'm scared of y'all.
Really? Y'all don't leave
I got you.
Thank you.
No, but we're in this together. Sasha, thank you for being our sounding board, girl. We appreciate you, honey. All right,
guys.
And thank you to again our location.
Cork and
Barrel always keeps us sipping,
refreshed,
and keeps us refreshed and hydrated,
and fed and spoiled.
Oh my God.
Y'all give the people too much now.
Ain't nothing like the Black experience. I'm gonna tell you that right now.
If you in South Florida, look for Cork and Barrel.
Cork and Barrel.
They're gonna be everywhere soon.
They are phenomenal. Thank you guys so much for watching, and until next time, bye.
Hey, nah. Delve into emotion. Leave us in this moment. Yeah.